What do you think of Biden announcing he will mandate vaccines for federal employees and contractors, possibly 6 to 8 million people? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Hey, you want freedom to not have to take your vaccine? I want the freedom to not live in a plague-ridden world given over to Nurgle, okay? Hey, you want the freedom to not be able to take this vaccine as opposed to the 17 others that were mandatory for you to get into school? Well, I'd like it if I don't have to live in a continent constantly ravaged by plagues that evolve themselves off the backs of the millions of people who refuse to get vaccinated. I don't care. It's not a joke. Unvaccinated people are a festering ground for new breeds of the coronavirus. You have the Delta strain now. What do you think the next one's going to be? They're going to get deadlier and deadlier with time. That's what they do. They evolve. We can develop vaccines, but they evolve too. The only way to cut this off entirely is maximum vaccination. No possibility of it spreading anymore. Should we force them to vaccinate? I don't think that we should arrest people who don't vaccinate, but requirements in employment or schooling and travel for people to be vaccinated, I'm okay with that, yeah. But if they want to live like a hermit in the woods and not get vaccinated, then that's their legal right, and I'll defend their right to do that. Oh, but we should bully them. I'll defend their right, but they should be bullied relentlessly. Yes, the willfully unvaccinated, not the people who can't get vaccinated because of some Bosh viruses get less deadly with time. What? No, they don't. I mean, they get less deadly in the sense that we develop treatments and cures for them. But when it comes to yes, they do. Wait, I'm sorry. So maybe there's some edge case that I'm not aware of here, but what I'm referring to is new strains mutating. So if you have coronavirus spreading among billions of people, eventually one of the umpteen trillions of tiny DNA, mutations that take place is going to produce a strain that's slightly more deadly and slightly more infectious. And then that becomes the dominant strain. This is what we're doing right now with superviruses. We have all that antibacterial soap, we take antibiotics anytime we feel anything. And the product of that is that these viruses, only the strongest survive. These bacteria, I mean. Only the strongest bacteria survive. Which means that they spread further, and we need to develop stronger antibiotics. It's like a real problem, This one likely won't get less deadly because it can spread before symptoms appear. That's true, yeah. Corona can start spreading before you even have any visible symptoms. No, it's just they get resistant to our current vaccines, not stronger. No, they literally get stronger. Some of the iterations are literally like more deadly. Also, what's the functional difference between getting stronger and being more resistant to our vaccines? I mean, isn't that kind of like being stronger against the vaccines? It seems like it kind of means the same thing, Yeah. Killing one's host is detrimental. Yeah, that's how plagues work. Has everyone here seen the CGP Grey video? They evolved to be less deadly, though? No, not with plagues. Guys, plagues aren't like regular diseases, like the cold or whatever. Humans are supposed to get colds. We're supposed to get colds. With stuff like the bubonic plague, these diseases come from animals. In an animal body, it only hurts them. It weakens them. In our bodies, it kills us. Same with COVID. That's why it came from, I don't know, a bat or whatever. In other animals, it's just like a thing they get. For us, it's deadly. They kill us because they don't know we're not in a bat body. They're dumb. These viruses are dumb. They don't know. They just go in a body and do the thing that a bat would survive, but we don't. Or whatever, bat, yeah. Or if it came from a lab, then that, but hypothetically, You know what I mean, right? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to give like a lesson on virology because I'm not educated, but I do know that allowing plagues to spread over and over does give them the opportunity to develop into stronger strains. All pathogens get less deadly over time because they can extract more resources and hence reproduce more of the host stays alive longer. Unless everyone's vaccinated, so only the strains that can bypass the vaccination can propagate their strain. So hypothetically, the disease would get weaker so it doesn't kill the host. But in reality, because people are vaccinating and this disease doesn't even know that it's in a human, only strains that bypass the vaccine survive. They're not selecting for long-term habitation in human bodies. They're selecting for the ability to infect us to begin with. I have to be correct on that. Bosch, rewatch the CGP Grey video. It literally says the opposite. Please no copyright. Everyone, pray to the copyright gods. Everyone. Blessed be the YouTube algorithm. Please do not. We are humble and we are weak. Please no copyright Areno.
All okay. The puzzle. They're required for this. Now, most germs don't want to kill you for the same reason you don't want to burn down your house. Germs live in you. Chronic diseases like leprosy are terrible because they're very good at living in you and not killing you. Plague lethality is an accident, a misunderstanding, because the germs that cause plagues don't know they're in humans. They think they're in this. Plagues come from animals. Whooping cough comes from pigs, as does flu, as well as from birds. Our friend the cow alone is responsible for measles, tuberculosis, and smallpox. For the cow, these diseases are no big deal, like colds for us. But when cow germs get in humans, the things they do to make a cow a little sick to spread make humans very sick, deadly sick. Now, germs jumping species is extraordinarily rare. That's why generations of humans can spend time around animals just fine. Being the patient zero of a new animal-to-human plague is winning a terrible lottery. But a colonial age city raised...
And then it talks for a bit about how London had a lot of poop in the water. Wait, I was completely right. Why do I listen to any of you people? I hate you all so much. Wait, that part is correct, your conclusion is wrong? My conclusion that incomplete vaccination can lead to new strains? New variants of coronavirus, what you should know. Variants of viruses occur when there's a change or mutation to the virus's genes. Mutations, including the coronavirus caused by 1950, are neither new nor unexpected. Is there a new coronavirus mutation? We're seeing multiple variants that are different from those first detected in China. What is the Delta variant? Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus that caused COVID-19 has mutated, resulting in several different variants of the virus. One is called the Delta variant. The Delta coronavirus is considered a variant of concern by the CDC because it appears to be more easily transmitted from one person to another. What do you think stronger means? In the context of a virus, stronger would obviously refer to increased virality, would it not? Lethality and virality are like the two. Have you played Plague Inc.? As of July 2021, Delta is regarded as the most contagious form of the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus so far. Here's what you should know. Stronger means more lethal typically. So this was all like a deliberate attempt to misinterpret what I was saying so that the pedants in chat could waste my time. Is that correct? Because I specifically said like higher transmittability multiple times. You specifically said more deadly? Is the Delta variant not is it less deadly? It is less deadly. It's more deadly. Hold on. Is the Delta COVID variant less deadly? How dangerous is the Delta variant? Thank you. How contagious? Is the Delta variant more dangerous than other variants of concern? Delta accounts for 90% or so of current COVID-19 cases. Symptoms of Delta tend to be a little different. That does not necessarily mean they're more severe. Other reports link Delta to more serious symptoms, including hearing impairment, severe gastrointestinal issues, and blood clots that lead to tissue death and gangrene. One early study assessing the risk of hospital admission in Scotland reported that hospitalization is twice as likely in unvaccinated individuals in Delta than in unvaccinated individuals with Alpha. I hate you guys so much. I truly despise you people. I hope you know that. So, I'm sure it's entirely possible that Delta and maybe other variants develop like less lethality, but in terms of whether or not viruses get stronger, like broadly stronger, the virality is pretty clearly the issue of concern here. COVID has never been spectacularly deadly. It's not the bubonic plague, okay? The problem is that it's highly transmittable. That's the main problem. It's incredibly transmittable, and worse, it can be transmitted before you demonstrate any symptoms. This is a semantic thing. No, this is semantics. I despise all of you. This is semantics. And basically, everything I said was correct. Please look at this. It shows how being vaccinated helps with your lungs. The story of 2 chest x-rays. 1 patient with a vaccine and 1 patient without. Oh, wow. A lot more goop in that second one. The same person, though? No, it's not the same person. It's a 47-year-old and a 50-year-old. It's a little goopy in there, you know? A little cloudy. A little fuzzy in there. Can we please move on? From COVID? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this issue was irrelevant to your sensibilities. My bad. Let's just move on to more relevant stuff. That isn't the plague ravaging the planet, you know? No, that's fine. That's okay. We're going on a little bit of a tangent on the small, slight, and inconsequential issue of the planet slowly dying. How long until we're fully out of all of this? Really depends on... In the country? You mean? In this country? It depends on Republicans. Just because the Delta variant was stronger doesn't mean all variants are stronger. It's just a variant. Most variants of any virus are actually weaker, but the ones that get stronger... Okay, I'm sorry. When I said stronger, I broadly meant more dangerous to humans, like it bypasses vaccines, okay? I apologize for not being more semantically clear. I had heard the Delta variant was more lethal. It seems there's mixed evidence on that, which is why I said lethality can increase. But the thing that I know happens is that transmittability increases, because otherwise those alternate strains wouldn't be favored over the original.